Hey guys, old school here. Actually, you can just call me Dave. In my previous life, they called me old school, and yeah, now we are streaming on a new platform. And heck, I'm not old school. Well, I'm still old. I mean, yeah, okay, I'm old school. You guys can just call me Dave. So I am here in Dave's Dungeon tonight, playing some 80s retro arcade. The machine I'm going to be playing on and leaning on, once again, is the machine that it's my current build right now. As you can see on the marquee here, or you might not be able to see it because it might be pretty small, but Point Blank 2 is going to be the machine when it's all said and done. Right now, we're working on different control panels for it, and we're not going to get into the whole story about waiting for the artwork because we've talked about that before. But I wanted to get my player one side of the joystick panel done and test it out. Once the artwork comes, we'll be disassembling this and putting the artwork on, but it should only take about 15 minutes to rip this stuff out of here. So we're going to leave side 2 blank for now because we don't really need player 2 stuff at the moment. But this is control panel number 3. We've got a racing wheel control panel. We've got a trackball and a spinner control panel. And this one is going to be the joystick control panel. There may be more coming up in the future, and these are all going to be swappable within, the plan is within seconds. Well, okay, maybe a minute or less, let's say that. You can have them swapped out and be playing genuine games with genuine controls. So that is my goal with this machine, is to, I don't want to have 2 joysticks on a game and then have to play like trackball games like Missile Command or something. I need authentic controls to play the games. And that is the goal for this machine, is to have swappable control panels within... I want to get it down to like 30 seconds, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It might happen. Real quick swappable control panels. So tonight, what we're going to do is, since we got the joystick hooked up, that opens up a ton of games for us to play. We're going to start out by playing Double Dragon tonight. Let's go to our demo in progress here. This is, I think, Technos. Is that who made this thing, I believe? It'll probably tell us on the screen here. Technos, Japan, 1987. The 80s, what a wonderful time. So we're going to play through Double Dragon, start to finish. And depending on how much time we got left, we'll play some other things. So what I want from you guys is, down in the comments below, I want to know 2 of your favorite beat-em-up games. This is not really a fighter game like Street Fighter per se. It's more so a beat-em-up game where you're running through the levels just beating up people. Forgot about the headbutt. If you like double tap on the joystick, he headbutts. So, back in the day, okay, we'll get into this in a little bit here. We'll just play through the stage, and then we'll talk about how most people play this game. And if you do play this game, you'll already know what I'm going to tell you. Oh, that was hokey. Blah. So what is today? Happy Sunday to you. Tomorrow begins a new work week. Ooh. This will be a good way to wind down on our last day here. Doing a little 80s streaming action for you. Yeah, we don't want the whip. The whip is kind of nasty. The baseball bat will be nice to have, though. I don't know if the big guy can use the whip. I don't think he can. Well, that's not working out too well. Is it? Ah! We were just getting beat up on. Come and beat me up some more, big guy. I don't know if he can go up the ladder. Uh-huh. Oh no, he's taking it to me. We killed him with the whip anyway. We didn't want to use that. Blah. Yeah, I'm gonna get thrashed here. Come on, Barrel, hit him. Yeah, Barrel killed him. Ooh, I can actually reach that guy. Does this guy not have the reach that the other guy has? I want to headbutt this guy to death. Oh, that's right, that's a reverse kick. Ah, kill him with it. Uh-oh. My joystick just broke off. So, alright, so we're going to pause, take a little pause break here. So, funny story, and I wasn't sure how good this was going to work. Since this control panel is temporary, and I need to put some graphics on here, I need this. I didn't want to permanently attach the joystick, plus I don't think I even had the right size screws for this, so what I did was underneath, I took a hot glue gun and just in 4 little dots, I like hot glued the stick to the panel, and it was actually holding really good. It's made it through a couple hours of gameplay. But yeah, the joystick just dropped down. That's funny. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick flip of the controls, and maybe we're gonna play some spinner and trackball games tonight. I think that is plan B. So we're gonna switch games. I'm gonna put you guys on my Be Right Back screen, and I'll let you guys time how long it takes us to get back, because this will be a good test for swapping out the control panels. So that's it. We'll be right back, guys. Hold on, and let's start the timer right now. Alright, guys. Alright, guys, we are back. And. Hi. Thank you. So, wifey came down and handed me the phone because my phone was going off upstairs, and it was actually an alarm for last week. So, oops, sorry about that. All right, so we are back up again. We're having camera issues. Camera doesn't want to connect to us. So we're going to do a little troubleshooting here. Troubleshooting. This is going to be the night of problems. Now, I did notice earlier that it's real staticky down here tonight, which is weird because we've had much colder days. It's actually somewhat warmish, like in the mid-upper 30s right now. We've had weeks down in the zeros and negatives, and I was down here in the dungeon, and everything's working great. I mean, a little bit of static here and there, but tonight seems like extra staticky for some reason. So I'm guessing the camera probably just stacked out. We're going to see if we can't get it back, though. Come on. We'll do a little deactivation here. Oh, we might be coming back online. All right. Welcome back, kids. Sorry for all those issues. So we're here. We did the control panel swap out. Now we got trackball going and the spinner and buttons and the 6-button fighter joystick panel is down on the floor behind me. So, you know, I did have it swapped out pretty quick, but then all kinds of other things happened, like the wife stopped down here and my camera froze up, stuff like that. But it worked out pretty good, and it came up with the games on the screen that are spinner games and trackball games. So I got my whole machine programmed to come up with whatever games are programmed to come up with these controls. So you don't get a list of just everything. So kind of cool. So, all right. So my phone is going off again. Let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, definitely. That was a alarm for last week. Yeah, we should turn that one off because we don't want that going off every Sunday night. All right, so we're going to be doing some ARKANOID to start out things here. Like I said, we're going to do some randomness. That's right, I have this button programmed to be random. And we're actually going to just kick off the game to check out the sound here real quick. I might have to adjust the sound. Oh yeah, big time. We might even have to put a filter on here to increase the sound just a tad. Alright, that looks about good here. Let's let the game die out. So, fun times here in the dungeon. This is Dave. Welcome to my dungeon. This is where the magic happens. This is where we build arcade machines and other toys, adult toys. That sounds bad. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Toys for big boys, let's say that. So we're working on this machine here, this arcade machine. And we're giving it a test run here. Playing a little ARKANOID. Never been a real big ARKANOID person, but I mean the game is okay. It's just Breakout on steroids, kind of with power-ups and whatever. So the B allows you to move on to the following level, and you don't have to complete it. So the B's don't drop too often for power-ups. C is capture. And that's usually where I fail at this game, is going for the power-ups. D is like triple. L is laser. Oh, this is crazy. And you can't hold two power-ups at one. You can only have one power-up going at a time, so if I hit something else, I'm going to lose my lasers. Lasers are like the best power-up you can get, you know, besides the B that moves you to the next level, but... Ah. Alright. So thanks for stopping by the 80s old school arcade. We were playing ARKANOID. Oh, that seemed to like go right through my paddle. What's up with that? We were playing some 80s old school arcade, playing some ARKANOID right now. Go ahead on the bottom in the comments below and drop down there what your two... So I originally was going to have your favorite two beat-em-up games because we were playing joystick games earlier on. Let's stick with that. Let me know your favorite two beat-em-up games, and I don't mean fighting games like Street Fighter or Last Samurai or X-Men versus Street Fighter. Beat-em-ups are more like Final Fight. Games where you run through a stage and just beat up people. Could be like Ninja Turtles, Dungeons and Dragons, Tower of Doom, stuff like that. Stuff we were going to play tonight before my joystick broke on the control panel. I don't know if you were here to see that earlier. That was a little entertaining. But now we've resorted to playing games using my spinner and trackball tonight. E is elongation. So basically your bar becomes twice as long, easier to hit the ball. But, like I said, if you do that, you lose your current power-up. And my current power-up is laser, which is, to me, the most valuable thing in the game. So we got some other things going on in the dungeon down here. Behind me, around my back, is my Dragon's Lair machine that we got. We'll probably be streaming Dragon's Lair some night in the next few weeks. That's all Laserdisc stuff in there, like Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, Dragon's Lair 2, that kind of stuff. The machine I'm on now is going to be like my all-purpose machine. Joystick games, spinner, trackball, steering wheel. The Dragon's Lair machine is pretty dedicated. It's got one controller on it. Just enough buttons to play some of the Laserdisc games on there. There's that bee. So like I said, that bee takes us over to level 2. If you are a fan of the old school arcade genre, I highly suggest that in the bottom below this video you hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be exploring the universe that is 80s arcade games as we progress throughout the weeks here. What is S? Slow? Yeah, that didn't really work too well. Once in a while we dabble in newer and more recent games, like yesterday we were playing some Apex. We do that once in a while. Or just some other random games, like we were playing Mickey Madness on the Sega CD a week or two ago. We do stuff like that too, but mostly is 80s arcade stuff. So if you're a fan of that, hit that subscribe button. Be on the list. Check out the new videos as they come out, just about every day, every other day. And hope to see you guys around here. And once the stream takes off, hope to get more people in here for chat. We just started up last week, actually. So looking forward to that. Seemed to go right through my paddle again. Looking forward to that day when we get our user base up there, and we're doing some chatting during the streams right now. We're pretty new, so just gotta be patient. But yeah, I love talking about 80s arcade games, classic consoles, pretty much anything gaming related we love talking about, so. If you guys own any of your own arcade machines and or arcade one-up machines, let me know also. Shoot those things down in the comments too. If you are running an arcade one-up, which machine you got, how long you had it, and how much you're liking it. I'm always on the lookout for more that are on sale, clearance, whatever. I think the one I'm on, actually both of the ones I have were those $50 markdowns at Walmart that they randomly had at some of the stores off and on for like a month or two last year. Definitely not found everywhere, because we're on a Facebook group where everyone was letting each other know when they could find the machines that were marked down. Because for $50, you can't turn one of these down. Whether you hate the machines or not, I mean, you can't even get a little handheld decent game for $50. So to get one of these, 3/4 inch, 3/4 scale arcade machines for $50, that's a deal. I can't get that last piece. Then I probably would have got it, but that guy's in the way. There it is. Yeah, that's hilarious that joystick dropped out in that other control panel. I thought I was actually in there pretty snug, and then it came out. Probably because I was pushing down on it as I was playing and applying a lot of pressure on it. And I only had small dabs of hot glue around here. Additional coins. Press fire button. Oh, that continues. There's a guy that was posting on Facebook that the continue doesn't work. So I'm guessing he just wasn't doing it right. As you can tell, it worked just fine for us. No. I'll say it is cool having a spinner on the machine. I've had a few arcade machines, a few MAME machines, emulation machines, and I've never had one with a spinner on it. And it's not like there's a ton of spinner games, but it's just cool to have an actual spinner on a machine for the authenticity of the gameplay. You know, between games like this and Tempest and other games that use a spinner, it makes a world of difference. All right, we're just going to start at the beginning here. So that was interesting. Just going over here and grabbing my soda off of something. I shocked myself on the aluminum can here. That's something new. Can't remember the last time I've ever shocked myself on a soda can before. Just past the arcade machine here, we've got a Pachislo machine. If you don't know what a Pachislo machine is it's a machine from Japan. Some people would just call it a slot machine if they were lazy, but it's not really a slot machine because A, it doesn't accept or give money. So it's not officially a gambling device. And B, it's not officially a gambling device. It's a game of skill, even though it's not. What I mean by that is that you control when the wheels stop. So if you're good at controlling where the wheels stop, you can get it to hit things on the wheels, but the trick to it is it's still computer and programming and chance-based, because you can go into the machine with a key and adjust the settings and adjust how often like the payout is and stuff like that. And if you have the ability to change that stuff, it's not a game of skill. You know? So it's funny that they advertise Pachislo machines as games of skill, because they're not. But like I said, they're not slot machines. They don't use real money. So they're not illegal to buy or sell. A lot of states, I don't think you can even buy or sell slot machines legally. I mean, I'm sure people do it. Boy, we are not even getting our name on the board here. This is not good. Hey guys, Dave here. Thanks for joining us in the dungeon. We're gonna call this. What do you want to call this? The Dungeon Arcade. This is where I build and work on my arcade machines. We got the Dragon's Lair machine over here. We got the current machine that we're building here. Back in the corner, right under my finger, way back in the corner, is a arcade 1-up Pac-Man Black Series table. That thing is pretty cool. I do not have the ability to stream off of that one, though. This one I'm working on, I do. That's the machine we're streaming for you live here tonight. So the cool feature about this game is swappable control panels. Right now we're playing trackball and spinner games for you. We started by we had a joystick assembly on here, and I just threw it together earlier just before the stream, and I admittedly hot glued a couple pieces on it just to get it up and going for the stream, and the hot glue gave, so we gotta not use the joystick joy panel tonight. So it's the spinner and trackball. It is playing some of those games. I think what we're gonna do is we are gonna play one of my favorite games of all time. I just gotta figure out how to get to it. This is a trackball game, as you can probably see on the screen. Missile Command is the name of the game. I love Missile Command. I've always loved it. And it's so great to be able to play it at home with the trackball. It's the real game, the real deal in this machine. So let's get to it and play a little Missile Command. We may have to adjust the sound a little bit here. I don't know. It's probably going to be like really super loud. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little loud, not too bad actually. So goal of Missile Command, if you've never actually seen this game, is use your trackball to move your mouse cursor around the screen, if you want to call it that. You have 3 missile bases at the bottom. Each has a button on the control panel. One in the middle, one on the left, one on the right. It shoots a ICBM or a missile from the base, creates a cloud, and you gotta capture the incoming ICBMs in your cloud to destroy them. And then there's also little other things that will try to kill you, like smart missiles and spaceships and whatnot. Game gets very fast and very frantic. Very fast. A full game of this does not last too long. It lasts a little longer than your average game of like Robotron, but not much longer. I would say within 4 minutes we'll be done. Sometimes you just gotta spam the clouds across the screen to capture everything. There's a real good port of this on the Atari 2600 of all systems. They actually got it to work pretty good with the joystick and the single button. Obviously it's a little different gameplay because of that. But it was actually fun. It's the only port of Missile Command for home that's tolerable, let's say that. Because once you're missing the trackball and the arcade authentic controls, then it's not as fun to play. Now there was a trackball on the Atari 2600, but it actually moved on screen like a joystick. It didn't have the analog kind of movement speed to it. So as you were like rolling up, your mouse cursor on the 2600 just went up as fast as the joystick would. So it was cool to say you had a trackball on the 2600, but it really did not work the same. I don't even know if there was any true trackball games for the 2600. where it had actual smooth trackball analog movement. See the smart missiles, you have to, those little diamonds that come down, you gotta pretty much surround them in clouds so that if they hover for like a second or two, they should die. They should die. Doesn't mean they will. Oh boy. That's all she wrote, kids. Unless I got an extra city. Every 10,000 points, you get an extra city. There goes my extra city. See, there's no way that smart missile should have made it through my clouds. That was pretty shady. Great player, DAV, Dave. My name is Dave, and welcome to the stream tonight. We are playing classic old school 80s arcade game. We started with Double Dragon, and we broke the joystick. Don't know if you saw that earlier or not, but we broke the joystick on the control panel. We had to swap the control panels out, put in an alternate one. Now we're playing trackball and spinner games. We're playing one of my favorites right now, Missile Command. Can never get enough of this game. I think this was 1980 when it was released, so we were just under 10 years old at the time. I remember this game in the arcade. Played the crap out of this game in the arcade. The buttons on the control panel were not standard like HAP style concave arcade buttons like what we got on here. They were little volcano buttons. They look like, honestly, like little black metal volcanoes with red light buttons on the tip of them. Atari used them in a bunch of machines, mostly for like credit purposes. Like Centipede had them, I believe. So you put your coin in, you hit the one-player button or the two-player button, and the one-player button or two-player buttons were those little volcano buttons. You know, you could look those up on Google if you're not sure what they look like, but this game used them for their primary buttons. I can't remember if it was uncomfortable to use them like that or not. I know some people say when they build their machines they want to put volcano buttons on to be authentic. And I'm kind of wondering if that'd be a good idea. Just because I can't remember, you know, if they're really comfortable to use or not. Bump, 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 bump. What else is new this week? I'm hoping my artwork for this machine shows up, so I want to finish up the build here. Oh no. See what happens when we talk too much? Oh. We're going down fast, kids. Oh, there goes my city. I gotta hit 20,000. Oh, look how short I am. Ha! So it was actually funny because earlier today I was bragging to the wife about my smart idea for holding that joystick in place temporarily with the hot glue, you know, and then sure as shit we're playing it during the stream here tonight and the whole joystick kind of falls into the control panel. So yeah, I guess I'm going to have to stop by and get some screws for that and get that screwed in so we can use that. But while it was working, I was using it for a couple hours late this afternoon. And it worked really good. I was playing Street Fighter with it, playing Mortal Kombat with it, and yeah, when it decided to give, it just gave. Like, I didn't have signs of it going. Pew, 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 pew. Let's see if we can get all these in one big cloud. No. I was doing that on Atari 2600. I'd try and wait for these ICBMs coming down. IMCBs. And ballistic missiles. ICBM. You know, see how many you could get into one cloud. Like that. Pew, pew, pew. I think this game is included on the arcade 1-up of Centipede. It's one of the built-in bundled games. And what's sad about that whole thing is that I would rather have a Missile Command themed cabinet and have Centipede as one of the smaller games in it, because Missile Command is cool, and it's got a cool cabinet, very recognizable. Artwork is good. I mean, I'm not saying Centipede is bad, but Centipede is Centipede. I don't know. No one really loves Centipede. I mean, they like it. They play it. It's not really that fun of a game, though. I don't know. It probably is. I'm just talking stupid, though. No. No. Player 1, 4x points, 4 times points. Oh no. Boom. Oh, missed it. So yeah, like I said, every 10,000 points you get a bonus city. I should get a bonus city after this, even if all my original stuff gets destroyed. And you can't choose when they give you the extra city. As soon as you hit over a 10,000 mark, and if you need one, they'll give it to you. And they put it in a random spot if you have like multiple cities that are not available. Oh, that guy got through, that little bugger. So as long as we hit 30,000, we'll be golden. Oh no. Oh, you see that guy just spread out there? Oh no! Yeah, we did not hit 30,000. Yeah, we still made the high score list though. Nice! Alright, we'll play one more game of Missile Command, and then we'll take a minute break and switch games for you guys. This is Dave. Thanks for watching us here at the 80s Old School Arcade. Started out the game playing a Double Dragon, and we're going to play our way through, and my joystick like fell through on the control panel. long story. We'll tell you more about it later in the stream. But now we're playing trackball and spinner kind of games. Right now we're playing Missile Command. And if you are a big fan of the 80s genre for arcade, 80s, 90s, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing a lot of streaming of a lot of different random games. We're not going to be sticking just on one game. It's going to be like old school arcade variety streaming. That's kind of how I'm going to describe what we're doing here for you guys. And I want to thank you for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate it. I'm telling you, though, it's just nice to be able to be playing games right now because I had a crappy weekend where I was, you know, on call, and I ended up working Friday night, Saturday night, and for about 3 or 4 hours on Sunday to wrap up this big issue that we had. And, you know, normally I'm off on the weekends to relax, play games, do housework, whatever. So this weekend was very interesting. It's nice to be able to relax, play some games here before going to bed, and just starting out the new work week tomorrow. I guess it's one of those things that comes with the territory with my job, so. And if any of you other people out there in IT, I'm sure you understand. Beep, beep, beep. So now that I'm hitting over 10,000 points, and I don't need a bonus city because I have them all yet, it just kind of stores up. And I'll get it as soon as I lose one of my cities. Oh no. See, I lost one city, so now I'll get one. And at 20,000, I'll get another one. Pew, pew, pew. Oh no! Mass destruction! Alright, we need 4,500 for another bonus city. Oh, we are stinking it up here. Oh no! Wow. And we're out of everything, but since we hit over 30,000, we're still in the game. No, don't take my city. Great game. Alright, we're going to take like a 30-second break. We're going to switch games up, and we'll be right back, guys. This is Dave, and thanks for hanging out with us at the 80s Old School Arcade. All right, we're back here. Thanks for hanging out with us at the 80s Old School Arcade. This is Dave, and we are playing our heart out. Thanks for joining us here. If you hit the subscribe button, you'll come back and you'll see all kinds of new content every week. Lots of different new games. We're kind of variety streaming the old 80s arcade games, 80s, 90s, whatever. Sometimes we'll throw some new stuff in there. Some current stuff like Apex, something like that. But for the most part, yeah, we're going to be setting you up with some good old school content here. Today we are focusing now on games that play with trackballs and spinners. We just played Missile Command. We played ARKANOID earlier on, and now we are switching over to Tempest. I want to say this is a game of 1980. I'm not good with my Roman numerals, so I'll show you what I'm talking about here. On the bottom of the screen here, they show MCMLXXX. I think that's 1980. I can't say you see a lot of Roman numeral stuff being used nowadays. So I don't know if that's a lost art, or maybe I just haven't seen it. I don't know. That's possible too. Maybe it's out there just as much. But yeah, some arcade games built that into their programming instead of just saying, 1980 Atari. Let's do a sound check here real quick. Actually, that's pretty good. So this game plays with the spinner controller, my spinning knob, left and right, and then you got a fire button and a super zapper. Super zapper just kind of sends a charge down the screen and kills all enemies on screen, and you only get a couple of those per game. So they're kind of for those oh crap moments, like right there. This is another one of those games where you really need a spinner to play it. I mean, they set it up to work with like the mouse or the joystick. It's really not the same. Never really been a huge fan of this game, but it's got its following. I think Arcade 1-Up is actually going to be putting out a Tempest cab, even though I think Tempest is included in one of their other cabs as a secondary game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong that it's coming out. Maybe it's not. I thought I saw a picture of it somewhere. Maybe it was someone else's rendering or something like that. So I guess don't quote me on that there is an Arcade 1 Machine 1-Up of this coming out. So bad at this game. But yet I got first place. Woohoo! Dev. You can start on the different levels here just by scrolling around. Since I only last a few anyway, even when I start at 1, yeah, I like the satisfaction of starting at the first level and actually clearing a few boards, a few levels before we die, and get that final game over. Ooh. I think when the red things come out, they can ride the spikes, the green lines, all the way to the end, like, and get to you a little quicker. Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense. I know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, one more game of Tempest. Like I said, not a huge fan of Tempest. Oh, I guess we're starting on level 3. Once they get to the outside, I'm just not good at getting them. Bonus 6,000 for something. I don't know what. I don't know what that means. Maybe that I did something good? I don't know. Super Zapper recharge, maybe? I don't know. Oh, new high score. Exciting, exciting. All right, what do we got? We're an hour into the stream. We're going to take another 30-second break, switch games, and we'll be back for our last game or two of the night. I think I know what we're going to play here, so do me a favor in the comments section below. We started out the stream asking what 2 of your favorite beat-em-up games are, and beat-em-up games being like Final Fight, Double Dragon, stuff like that, not one-on-one battles like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. Just, games where you run through levels and beat up things like Ninja Turtles or Simpsons or whatever. Let us know what your 2 favorite beat-em-ups are, because someday in the future we'll probably stream one of those if we can see what some of the favorites are out there. So, all right, we're going to take a break and swap games. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, we're back. We got the game all set up, ready to go. The next game we're going to be playing here is a trackball favorite called Marble Madness. It's made by Atari in 1984. Has had a bunch of ports onto other consoles and home systems. But ideally, the best way to play this is once again with trackball and not like a joystick or mouse or anything like that. So another game that's a true classic as long as you're playing it with the correct controllers. So let's flip over to Marble Madness. We'll play a game or two of this before we end the stream. I want to thank you guys for coming, and make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to be flipping through a lot of 80s arcade games coming up here in the future. Think of it as a variety stream. We're not just sticking with one game, and it could be streaming from down here in the dungeon where we build our arcade machines, or upstairs on our normal computers. So all right, so we got Marble Madness. The only controller or buttons used in the game is the trackball. You're basically just trying to rush to the finish before the time runs out. And the more time that's left, you get that applied to the next following stage. And you do the same thing over and over again. And I'm trying to figure out how good the sound is coming through on this one. I think it's okay, actually. The black ball kind of beelines for you and tries to knock you off the ledge. These guys knock you out, make you dizzy. Some of these courses have alternate ways, alternate paths you can choose. Each path has its own challenges. The faster you spin the ball, the trackball, the faster your ball on the screen moves. So if you start cranking it like I'm doing, goes faster. You can control it more. So in other exciting news today, I actually had a Nintendo 3DS that I thought I bricked like 2 or 3 months ago, and it's been sitting idle ever since. It was to the point where even plugging in the power cord, I got no lights on the thing for charging the battery. I could not power up the machine at all. I looked at all the tricks on the internet. It was just basically dead, like dead. Like, I wonder if I can sell it for parts or something. But today, just out of curiosity, I was going to start investigating online how to get it repaired. And I actually turned it on, and it kind of booted up to a big error screen. But so I'd apply some files to it to get it to work. But yeah, holy cow, it actually worked today, and I got my Nintendo 3DS working. I don't know if I said Switch earlier. It's one of the new, they call it the new 3DS. So I only have a couple games for it right now, but still, at least I don't have to sell it as a parts-only device. Oh, he wants to fight. If you guys are into games like this, I haven't looked in years to see if there's anything new, but there was a PC game called Hamster Ball, and it operated the same as this. You know, if you have a trackball that you can spin, you move your little hamster ball around the screen, and the little hamster is in the ball, and you got to get through mazes like this, and your extra time rolls over into the following screen. That's a fun game, and it was like 20 years ago that I had it. I don't know if I still have my copy that I purchased, or if they've made sequels maybe or something, but Hamster Ball is the name of it. Like I said, if you're into this kind of game, I highly recommend that game, if it's even available yet out there. I got a bunch of old CDs that I've copied backup files to. I wonder if I actually have that game yet. There we go. I did kind of think about making this arcade game cabinet Marble Madness themed. Oh boy. But ended up going the point blank route. Out of time. All right. What do we got? We got 1 hour, 10 minutes. We're going to play one more game here and then wrap the stream up with that. Once again, want to thank you guys for stopping by. Keep stopping back for more 80s, 90s arcade goodness. We'll be getting our joystick panel working soon. Maybe I'll stop tomorrow and get some screws for that. So then that will open up the world for us to start playing some stick games, whether it's Pac-Man type stuff or Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I don't know. Most arcade games actually use joysticks, so like I said, that opens up a lot of possibilities for us here. This level can be tough. It can be a hit and miss. These corners I'm in right now, sometimes you bounce around back and forth in there if you're going too fast. And it just really slows you down. And this part too, these guys, sometimes you get lucky and fly right through them like I just did. Other times you hit like 2 or 3 of them. Actually, we are kind of smoking our way through this level here. Come on. 27 seconds left. That's not too bad, actually. Oh, they like pull you in. You gotta kind of pull away from them as you're going past them. I think I used to play the crap out of this on the Commodore 64. Like I said, that's joystick based, but it was still okay. Oh no. You gotta jump this actually. Oh, I made it. I didn't make that one. 14 seconds left. Actually, I'm not doing too bad here. I'm not gonna make it, but yeah, not a bad game though. Oh, yeah. All right. So, once again, thanks for joining us tonight. We are down in the dungeon playing some old school 80s arcade games. Check out some of the prior streams. We got Dungeons and Dragons. We've got some racing games. We've got Galaga and miscellaneous things like that. Every night we'll try to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes we'll replay some games, and we might be on a kick or something like that. I know one of my favorite driving games is Power Drift. We like to play that a lot, but we'll try and mix up some other games in there just to keep the streams fresh. And once again, hit the subscribe button down in the bottom so you can come back and check these things out. We're usually streaming Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Central until about 10:30, something like that. So somewhere in that time frame. And then Wednesdays and weekends, as we get time, we'll throw some extra streams in there. So thanks again. This is Dave, and have a wonderful night, guys.